Hey Club, it's Molly. How many rides in the Magic Kingdom can I do in 3 hours? Let's find out. I hope I crack double digits, but... It's Molly. Shortly after I filmed this video, Disney introduced a new change to Genie Plus that directly impacts stacking lightning lanes and park hopping, which I'm going to talk a lot about in this video. Previously, at 7 a.m., you could book an attraction in a park you're not starting in, and it would default to a 2 p.m. or later return time for your lightning lane. The change is that now you have to wait until that attraction's return time shows 2 p.m. or later so that the people that are already in the park are not missing out on those mid-afternoon lightning lanes. I have found this doesn't impact every attraction, as some attractions like Slinky Dog Dash run out of lightning lanes fairly quickly. You should still be on to book at 7 a.m. However, other attractions take a little bit longer to get past that 2 p.m. mark. I'm doing a whole video on Genie Plus specifically with park hopping that will come out very soon, but wanted to make you aware of the change. You can still stack lightning lanes. This is still a good strategy, but you have to wait until every time is after 2 p.m. Hopefully that helps, and enjoy the video. I'm coming into the Magic Kingdom in the middle of the afternoon, again, to see how many rides I can do in just 3 hours. I'm hoping to hit double digits, but that means I have to be riding an average of 3.33333 forever attractions an hour, which is a big ask in the Magic Kingdom in the summer. Just a quick look at the castle before we veer off towards Adventureland, where our first attraction is located. For this challenge, I am using a combination of lightning lanes and standby lines to get as much done as possible in those 3 hours. And I actually am walking into the park with 4 lightning lanes booked already. So that's giving us a good edge. Hello, ma'am. Are you having a nice day? You look very adorable. Yeah, good for you. Living the dream. Okay, I gotta go. Bye. Adventureland is crowded as we make our way to Jungle Cruise, which is the first attraction we're doing. And the reason, the way that I was able to walk in with so many lightning lanes is because I stacked them since I didn't come into the afternoon. One thing people don't always realize with Genie Plus is that you can book your lightning lanes at a park you're not in yet, or that you don't have a reservation at. So I actually had an Epcot reservation earlier today over there filming some things, but at 7 a.m. I clicked Jungle Cruise, which is obviously here in the Magic Kingdom. When you do this, it's gonna automatically default to a time after 2 p.m. because that's when park hopping's allowed, which meant I had a Jungle Cruise reservation booked. Then you may know that you can book your next Genie Plus as soon as one of the following things happens. Either you've used the first one has expired because you didn't use it for some reason, or it's been 2 hours since you booked that first one. Whichever of those things comes first is when you can book your next lightning lane. So, after it had been 2 hours, I booked another one. And then it had been 2 hours, and I booked another one after that. Now, there is one caveat to this, and that the 2 hours doesn't start till the park actually opens. So Magic Kingdom opened at 9, which meant I could book another one at 11, and then another one at 1 o'clock. As a pro tip, make sure to set an alarm for that time so that you're always booking one as soon as possible. And if you ever aren't sure when you can book another one, try and book another one, and it will say you're not eligible until this time. But let's go on the Jungle Cruise, a fan favorite opening day attraction. It gets a really, really long line these days because the capacity is so low, but it's still so popular. So it's a great use of your lightning lane. Hello, how are you? Thank you. Okay, Jungle Cruise, we are ready to go. Almost my turn to load. It took about 5 or 10 minutes in the queue, which is when I remind you that the lightning lane doesn't necessarily mean walk-on access, it just means priority access. And considering there's an 80-minute standby wait right now, I'd say we're doing pretty well. But Jungle Cruise has been a family favorite since it opened, both here and Disneyland, opening day attraction. You're gonna get the punny skipper as you head around the rivers of the world and see different animals. So I like this attraction a lot because it changes every time I ride it. I hear new jokes from the skippers, they always make me laugh. I don't know that it's worth an 80-minute wait though, so you're gonna want to rope drop this one or again use the lightning lane. That square?
That's square.
Okay.
Perfect. Now don't move. That is going to help keep the snake safe.
Oh, good, good.
Just kidding. I'm going to keep the spiders. Watch your head while you're...
Jungle Cruise check. I do love that attraction. It makes me giggle so much. I feel like in a past life I was probably a skipper. What a dream that would be. Headed to our second of 4 lightning lanes that I walked into the park with. And again, remember, anybody, resort guest or not, can book their first Genie Plus, which is a non-fancy ride. Anyone can book their first one at 7 a.m. And then you can book one again 2 hours after the park opens. Park opened at 9, so right at 11, I booked Big Thunder Mountain Railroad for around the same time as Jungle Cruise, because they can overlap. That's the difference between Genie Plus and Fast Pass Plus. And Fast Pass, nothing could overlap. And Genie Plus, you could have 2 at the exact same time. So they overlapped by like the majority of their window, which means you can get through them quicker. I am gonna have to pick up the pace if I wanna hit double digits though. Jungle Cruise took a while, just between the 10 plus minutes it took to get through the queue, get on a boat. That's a longer attraction. Jungle Cruise took like almost 25 minutes of my time. So let's hope the rest of them do a little quicker. But again, Jungle Cruise had an 80-minute wait, so really not too bad. It's got a 40-inch height requirement. It's a good family coaster. It's a little bit of a bump up from Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or Slinky Dog, especially if you sit in the back. But it's still not as intense as like Space Mountain. But it is so fun. It makes me giggle hysterically. It reminds me of being a kid. It's classic, iconic, quintessentially Disney. And I'm very excited to go on the wildest ride in the wilderness right now. Now, of the Magic Kingdom mountains, Splash, Thunder, and Space, this one typically has the lowest line. Splash will get really long, especially in the summer when people want to cool off. And Space tends to be long as well. So Thunder you can usually catch at some point during the day, 30, 45 minutes. But it's a good one to ride early. It's a great one to ride at night because it's really fun at night if you are not using Lightning Lane. I'll be riding the UB Daring engine. Fun fact about Big Thunder Mountain Road is all the engines have a different name. There's the I Am Fearless, the UB Daring, UB Bold. So it's fun to see which one you're riding. And I can't wait. I love this ride so much. 2 rides down. Who knows how many to go? 45 minutes down on the clock. Now I have a little bit of time before my next Lightning Lane I had booked. It was for Haunted Mansion, but the 2-hour time went up, so I was able to book a Pirates for a little bit from now. I know this is really, really confusing. You know I don't like Genie Plus because of how confusing it is. It makes it really hard to explain, but if you use it correctly, you can really maximize it. And stacking in the afternoon is a great way to do that. The biggest tip I can give you to do what I'm doing is as soon as you book one, try and book another one for a different ride, and it will say, sorry, you're not eligible till X time. Set an alarm for 1 minute before that time, and then when it goes off, book another one. And then repeat the process if you would like to do what I'm doing, which is what we in the biz call stacking. Because I can't ride Mansion quite yet, but I don't want to go too far, I'm gonna go find something in Fantasyland with a lower weight. The things that tend to have lower waits in the parks are the shows, like PhilharMagic, Country Bear, Tiki Room, Carousel of Progress, but those are huge time sucks. The rides that tend to have lower waits, sometimes Magic Carpets of Aladdin, sometimes Small World, Carousel, Under the Sea Journey, The Little Mermaid, Teacups, Barnstormer, Dumbo. So I'm hoping, I just looked at the app, Carousel said 15 minutes, so let's hope that's true when I get there. Everything I just said has about a 30-minute wait or less, but Prince Charming Regal Carousel has 15-minute wait, and it looks like it might not even be that long. So this is what I'm gonna do next. This is a great filler attraction. It's a classic. Who doesn't love a carousel? Walt Disney dreamt up Disneyland watching his girls on a carousel. And while it's nothing too fancy, it's magical nonetheless. But it's a great filler ride, especially if you're hanging out in Fantasyland.
Stay seated.
It looks like I might be in the next round, which is awesome timing. Make up some of that lost time from Jungle Cruise. Also, I'm always looking to get one horse in particular. It's this one with the gold ribbon in its tail. That's Cinderella's horse. I will normally fight for that horse, but today it's about speed. So I will not make a big deal of getting Cinderella's horse. But if I get it, I get it. Next time, Cinderella's horse, next time. For now, I just need to find a horse. Here's a horse. It's kind of a small boy, but that's fine. What should I name him? What's your name? Hey, what's your name? It looks like a Reginald to me. Carousel check. What's cool about this carousel is that it's actually much, much older than Walt Disney World. It was originally built in 1917, which is amazing. And then the Disney company found it in New Jersey, bought it, restored it, and it's been here since opening day. So riding a little bit of history, one of the oldest things in the park, besides the Roy O. Disney steam engine for the train, which is still not running because of Tron. We love a little Disney history. And now that did the trick. That didn't take too long. And it lasted long enough to get us to our mansion time. Let's cut past the most beautiful bathrooms in all the land. Of course, the Tangled bathrooms. We love them. I do think Tangled deserves more than just a bathroom, don't you? That's a great film. But they're the most beautiful bathrooms in all the land, especially at night. I also love these bathrooms because of the details. I am a sucker for a good Disney floor. I love that Disney puts details on the ground and a lot of people don't notice it. I could literally do a whole video about the best floors / grounds in Disney World. Would that be weird? But this is one of my favorites because you got horseshoes everywhere, including some of them are actually stamped with Maximus. And that's just a great detail that like people just walk on over and they don't pay attention. But now you know, and you'll pay attention. Haunted Mansion. Undeniably one of the most popular, if not the biggest cult following of any Disney attraction. There are 5 different mansions with 5 different themes around the world. It is a Disney classic. It's an icon, it's a dark ride, it's spooky, it's funny, it's got original music, it's everything that makes Disney attractions great. And it's very popular because of all the reasons I just said. And so it is a good use of a lightning lane. Otherwise, it's a great one to do first thing in the morning. Oh, okay. Thank you. Listen. I love that part. I was about to tell you the order to do a good morning if you're not a resort guest, but I could just make that video. So let me know if you would watch that. One of the things I personally love about Haunted Mansion are all the Imagineering details. There are so many of them. I could do a whole series of TikToks or Reels or a whole video even probably of just stuff you can learn about at Haunted Mansion if you're a big Disney nerd like me. Wathel R. Bender, that's a nod to Wathel Rogers. He is known as the godfather of audio animatronics. Fred, Great Big Rock fell on his head. That's a nod to Fred Yorger. He was known as the rock star of Disney Imagineering. He did all the rock work on things like the Jungle Cruise and the original Polynesian fountain. So that's why the joke is funny that a rock ended up killing him. And then Brother Claude, that's a nod to Claude Coates, who was one of the lead Imagineers on this attraction and is who you can thank for anything spooky scary in the first half of the mansion. So I could do this for the entire queue and the entire ride. So if you want it, let me know. Do you ever feel like someone's watching you? Haunted Mansion done. Love the Haunted Mansion. It has been about an hour and a half and we've ridden 4 things, but I got 2 more lightning lanes booked and we have more we can book and we've got filler rides on the other side of the park we haven't even gotten to. So maybe. I might have been a bit overzealous. Okay, I'm headed to Pirates now. I was trying not to zigzag too much, but when I was able to book my last lightning lane, Pirates was for around this time, and I love Pirates, and I figured I'd scoot back to ride Pirates, and then scoot back again to Fantasyland and Tomorrowland, and then I can stay on that side of the park. Because then I'll have done basically anything I'd want to do on this half of the park. Y'all know I'm not riding Splash Mountain. We've made it to Pirates, my favorite ride in the Magic Kingdom. To me, this is a perfect Disney ride. It's a lot like Mansion in that sense, except for instead of being a classic Omnimover, it's a classic boat. It's a dark ride, original music. It's a little thrilling, a little scary, but it's still a family ride. I adore it. It's a perfect day in Magic Kingdom when I get to ride it. Hello, Pirate. Is there another touch point up ahead? No. Okay, thank you. Whilst I have now tapped into Pirates, I'm officially caught up on lightning lanes. Caught up. Because this was the last one in that sequence of booking them every 2 hours apart before getting into the park. This one I booked like as I was getting into the park. And so now I'm gonna just book them as soon as I tap in. I'm gonna book the next one. Which is why I asked the Pirate if there was another touch point, because sometimes they have a second touch point and you have to touch both of them before you can book another one. So it's always a good thing to ask, because it looks like I've got a little bit of a queue and I'm gonna use that to pick my next thing. Looking at the tip board, I do have a fancy ride booked for Mine Train that I can use as soon as we're done here. So I kind of want something near Mine Train. I could do Small World at 6, Winnie the Pooh at 6:35, Peter Pan at 9:10, obviously not. Space is 8:55. Let's just look at what everything else is. Buzz is 6:20. All right. RC already booked Mine Train. Oh, Little Mermaid 5:55. I'm gonna go ahead and book Little Mermaid. This is the soonest thing I'd like to do. But if it drops, then I will cancel it and book something else. Here's a cool fun fact, and you only get it if you're in the lightning lane now. But if you look down in this part of the queue, there's 2 pirates playing chess. And if you know anything about chess, you may realize that the way the pieces are stacked on the board, it's a stalemate. So the pirates are pondering their next move for all eternity, which was a sight gag added by Mark Davis, one of my favorite Imagineers, one of Walt Disney's 9 old men. He was full of humor and he loved chess, so he made it a little joke. pirates done. Just an all-time delight. I love it every time. I have been doing this for almost 2 hours. 5 rides. We're halfway through, but we only have about an hour left. So we're gonna have to make up for lost time. I was hoping carpets wouldn't have a long line so I could just jump on that, but it's about a 20-minute line. That's way too long to wait for Magic Carpets of Aladdin on any day, but especially today. So I'm headed to Fantasyland. I've got Mine Train booked. My window is open now, so I'm gonna go do that. And then I'm gonna hope that like Teacups or Barnstormer or Dumbo doesn't have a long line, and I can fill that in before Mermaid. Hello, Castle. You're so pretty. Oh, and Mickey's Magical Friendship Fair is happening. I love that show. But we don't have time for that. Headed again to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. This is the fancy ride here in Magic Kingdom. Fancy ride's not an official term. It's something I started saying when this new system rolled out. Basically, there's one ride in every park that is not included in Genie Plus, but does still have a lightning lane, and you have to pay an additional cost for that one. You don't have to buy Genie Plus to buy the fancy rides and vice versa. And the attraction at this park is Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. So when you're booking the fancy rides, resort guests can book them at 7 a.m. Anyone else can book them at the time the park opens. So I booked this at 9 a.m. this morning. And when I was looking as a non-resort guest, the earliest times were around 5 o'clock, just to give you some reference. All right, good to go. Thank you. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train has a 38-inch height requirement, and it's a very cool attraction because the cars not only move forward like a regular roller coaster, but they actually swing a little bit side to side like a mine car. Plus, it's part dark ride, which means that you get that classic Disney dark ride attraction feel, very cool animatronics, great music, but then also the fun of being in the roller coaster. The downfall to this attraction is that it normally has a very long line. It's 80 minutes right now. It's usually around that for most of the day. My advice for this one, if you're a resort guest, is get here early for that early theme park entry and ride it then. Otherwise, jump in line very last thing at the end of the night. Or a great option for most of these attractions I've been on, especially this one, if you're staying at a deluxe or a DVC resort, you can ride this during the extended hours, which are only available for those guests now. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is so cute, and it gets a lot of hate because it has a really long line all the time, but I think it's a really fun family coaster. We have a little less than an hour, and I have to do 4 rides. I have Mermaid booked, but on my way there, kind of out of the way, but I'm gonna go ride Mad Tea Party, which has a posted 10-minute wait. The other things that have low waits right now are Dumbo, and that's kind of it. Barnstormer even has like 35, Buzz has like 35. So as soon as I tap in at Mermaid, I can book another one, but I'm gonna real quick get on the Teacups. Just made the cutoff. The cast members will all be the last person in the next group. So I just have to wait for this group that's spinning to be done, and this is helping us make up time. Hopefully we can do it. Oh, the Teacups, the Mad Tea Party. It's a classic. It's, it's quintessentially Disney opening day ride. Some I did as a kid, strong memories doing it as a kid. But boy, can it make you nauseous. The good news is you don't have to spin it. They kind of spin a little on their own, but you control the spin. Foolishly, last time I rode this, I let Duckfist control the spin. Never again. All right, normally I try and go for a pink one, but today we're not picky. We're just gonna get this nice, nope, ooh, awkward. We're gonna get this one, I guess. This is awkward. You might notice I'm not in a teacup. I don't think the cast member miscounted. My assumption, as someone who worked in attractions at one point, is that they told a party they got 1 teacup, but a party took 2 teacups. That's my guess. So I'll just relive the awkward moment of walking around the teacups without one to sit in now, while everyone watched me. All right, I'm definitely getting this one this time. In all reality, friends, it's not that big a deal. This is why you pack your patient pants when you come to a theme park. Oh, it's okay. Are you serious right now? I'm getting this teacup. No one can stop me. As I was saying, this is why you bring your patient pants to theme parks. Stuff happens. Not a big deal that I waited 2 extra minutes to get on the teacups. I'm just being ridiculous. But let's hope that 2 minutes doesn't cost me this victory. Teacups, check. I've got like 30 minutes and 3 more attractions. Can I do it? Who knows? We'll find out. Gonna go do Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid. And it's only my competitive spirit that would bring me face to face with the giant Ursula willingly. And then maybe Dumbo Barnstormer would be 2 easy ones to knock out. We'll see what the lightning lanes look like. Maybe I'll lightning lane 1 and stand by the other. Seems like a good plan. Hello. Thank you. Is there another touch point up ahead? Thank you. I joke, but this is actually a very cute attraction. It's a dark ride through The Little Mermaid. I love a classic Disney dark ride through any story. And there's some fun animatronics, fun effects, great music because it's Little Mermaid. This is a great filler attraction. But enough about that. Let's go ahead and book our next one now that we've tapped in. Both Barnstormer and Dumbo have lightning lane available for like right now, so I booked Barnstormer since it has the longer of the 2 lines, which means as soon as I get off this, I can go over there and ride Barnstormer, and after that, I can hopefully book Dumbo lightning lane, or Dumbo's had a low wait all day, so I could do standby if it's not available for right now, or right when I get off. It's gonna be real tight. Real tight. So I have like 30 minutes left. That's 10 minutes a ride to get through the entire ride, 2 each ride, through waiting to get on the ride.
Watch your step.
Thank you. I'm sure you can't see, but we're stopped and Sebastian thinks it's Ursula, so I'm a little stressed for 2 reasons. We've got like 15 minutes to do 2 more rides. For the record, if you're on an Omnimover, like Under the Sea or Haunted Mansion or Buzz Lightyear, and it stops, it's not most likely broken. They continuously move, but they do slow them down or stop them to maybe load and unload a wheelchair party or something like that. So it happens frequently where it'll slow down or stop while you're on it, but it 99% of the time is nothing major, and it'll start back up again in just a moment. All right, we've made it to Storybook Circus. We are gonna go ride the Barnstormer. Hope that the lightning lane isn't backed up at all. Good thing that's a nice short attraction. And then hope to get on Dumbo all within 15 minutes. For the record, hello. This is not one you typically need to use a lightning on. It's only got a 15-minute wait. What I would recommend if I was doing like a best day or something in the park, I would have booked Space or Buzz or something a little bit further out. And then this is a 15-minute wait, Dumbo's a 15-minute wait. Just use those as filler attractions in between those lightning lanes. And that's a great way to tackle the parks with Genie Plus. Sure. But as it so happens, we need the edge right now. BARNSTORMER is great for like a kid's first coaster. It's got a 35-inch height requirement and it's super duper short. So it's not one I recommend to most people when they come to Magic Kingdom if you've got older kids or you're just adults. But if you want to see if your little ones like coasters, this is the place to do it. BARNSTORMER, check. You know, it does have a little more zip than it looks like. And I think the best example of that is the graveyard of hats and ears laying at the bottom of the attraction. Because I think people don't believe the cast member when they say to watch your hat and ears. Like there's a hat right there. There's like a lot of them. I don't really have time to stop and show you because I have like 7-8 minutes to get over to Dumbo. I did book a Dumbo lightning lane for right now as soon as I tapped in at BARNSTORMER. So let's hope I can get locked and loaded on Dumbo very quickly. Dumbo's another one you don't normally need lightning lane. It's only 15 minutes right now. And it's got probably the best interactive queue Disney's ever done. Thank you. Because the queue is inside that circus tent and it's an indoor air-conditioned Dumbo themed playground. So your kids get to go on slides and climb, and you, mom and dad, you get to sit down in the air conditioning on a bench. It's lovely. And then they give you a restaurant style pager, and when it beeps, it's your turn to fly. So if Dumbo has like 40 minutes or less, it's a great, great attraction to do to break up the hot day, give your kids a little time to burn off some energy. Again, you get time to sit down, but we're not doing that right now because we're lightning lane. Also, I'm too big for the playground. All right, so I just missed loading onto this one. Thank you. I've got about 5 minutes. So I need these Dumbos to fly. Oh my gosh. Am I gonna get the Clemson Dumbo? Is this gonna end dramatically with me getting the Clemson Dumbo? Oh my gosh. I really do love Dumbo. I feel like it's just so classically Disney, and I have memories riding it as a little kid back when it sat behind the carousel in the middle of Fantasyland. It's just so simple, but so magical. And that's why they keep making it over and over again with carpets and rocket ships and dinosaurs and whatever else. All right, Dumbo, fly faster. All right, they're coming in. They're coming in hot. They're coming in. I have 4 minutes. And I spot the Clemson Dumbo with my eyeballs. It's the orange and purple one, if you're wondering. Also, I'm literally the only person in here. There's no one else here. I'm getting my own ride on Dumbo, I'm pretty sure. So, not only, well, it's got to get in the air, but not only am I in this vehicle with like 3 minutes to spare, I'm the only person on the Lightning Lane Dumbo right now. What a dramatic way to end this. Like 3 minutes to spare and I get my own Dumbo, like carousel. There's going to be a bunch of people coming in now. I guess that's how you know this isn't scripted, because I could not have planned that if I tried. But we did it. I did 10 different rides in 3 hours on a summer afternoon in the Magic Kingdom. Top takeaways for you today: stack those lightning lanes if you're not going into the park until later in the afternoon, or you're starting your day at a park like Epcot or Animal Kingdom where you don't necessarily need to use lightning lane. Remember, you can book one every 2 hours, and then once you catch up to those, you can start booking them as soon as you use them. And don't forget, if you ever get confused, try and book a different attraction and it will tell you what time you can book your next one. So set an alarm for that time and hopefully you will maximize this system. I know it's confusing, but using these tips and tricks, you should be able to have a great day in the Magic Kingdom like I just did. In the meantime, friends, make sure to join the Mammoth Club, like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, follow us on social media. Until next time, friends, I'm Molly. It's been magical. See you next time.